set up here for the 6,300-pound altered truck class. Ryan Olson, Todd Stewart, Matt Roach will be the first three pullers in the class. If you're wondering what they're doing on the sled over there, they can add and subtract weight. Those giant things you see them pulling out or putting in there are weights. They can also change the gearing in the sled, how fast that pan, which is what the weights are in, moves forward. They can actually change that. It can go faster or slower. We need Jen Rosenbaum. Jen Rosenbaum to please move her pickup truck. You are blocking a person who would like to leave. '68 Ford F100 called. It is gonna be close here. Pull or turn it down and come back at the end again. So we will see what he will do. Here in a moment and find out if he is going to keep that or turn it down. He went 3:14.23, 3:14.23, and he is going to keep that. That will be the mark to beat in the class. Put down there by Ryan Olson. That is a very good hook and a very good running truck. Got to bring up Todd Stewart out of Yorkville, Illinois, a Chevy he calls old school. Matt Roach out of DeKalb on the D-Town hooker, and 06 Ford is on deck. Chris Lemke out of Sheridan, Illinois, in the 1984 Chevy K30 called Going Broke But Having Fun is on the double deck. Want to thank our sponsors again, the flagship sponsor, Worley Custom Fab, platinum sponsor, Legacy Ag, Tord-I Diesel Service, Nutrient Ag, Calibrated Power Solutions Ag Tuning, Stop Fire, Leones Polaris, Shimlis Buick GMC, Harrison Oil and Propane, Dan's Diesel Performance. We also do not have a sponsor in this class. So once again, if you would like to hear me say your name a whole bunch of times every night, see somebody wearing an ISP shirt and hand them your money. Just make out a blank check. We'll fill in the numbers. Just make it easy for you. Very nice hook there for Todd Stewart in old school. We'll have the distance here momentarily. 3:20.49. our Chevrolet fans out there as the square body takes over the lead from the Ford at 320.49. We're going back forward again. Matt Roach out of DeKalb, Illinois. The 06 Ford called the D-Town Hooker. Coming to see if he can shake that up a little bit. We've got a very good class of hard-running vehicles here tonight. And that 320.49 is going to be a good hard spot to hit. But the D-Town Hooker is going to give her a shot here. Matt Roach will be followed by Chris Lemke out of Sheridan, Illinois on the 84 Chevy K30 called Going Broke, but having fun. James Karn out of Hinckley, Illinois in the 1978 Chevrolet called Only Spare Parts. And Marty Covert out of Sheridan, Illinois on the 78 Chevy K20 called Bankrupt Bowtie. Hot Street Diesel 8,000 Hot Street Diesel trucks. You guys are up next. This is your there for Todd Stewart and Old School. 'em all hooked up here. Mr. Matt Roach in the D-Town Hooker. Gunning for 320.49. $320.49, the mark to beat. Got a little bouncy going down the track there and pulled her out as a decent hook at the end. 301.25, third in the class as we sit so far. Not a bad hook, but definitely not what he was wanting to see out of that. As we go to Chris Lemke out of Sheridan, Illinois, in the 84 Chevy K30 called Going Broke, but Having Fun. James Karn up after him out of Hinckley, Illinois. 78 Chevy called Only Spare Parts. And Marty Covert out of Sheridan, Illinois. And then 78 Chevy K20 called Bankrupt Bowtie. You 8,000-pound Hot Street, 8,000-pound Hot Street Diesel. Drew Tordai, Spencer Compton, the two in the class. You guys are up. This is your 3. Truck warning. Be ready for it. Chris Chris Lemke has a very good name for this truck, going broke but having fun. This is not a cheap hobby to have, but I tell you what, it is a blast to be involved with. I like sitting up here in the announcer's stand. It's a little less expensive. All I got is some fuel money to get here. And you get the best seat in the house. Beautiful orange and gray Chevrolet coming up here. Going broke but having fun, aptly named. Oh, we got a fan crowd. Where's this fan crowd down here? I heard some cheers. Who's videotaping? There we go. Best seat in the house down there. You matched the truck even. Very nice. Did you coordinate that on purpose? All right. 320.49, the mark to beat in the class. We got green all around. Maybe the gas pedal's broke. There we go. Very nice hook there for going broke but having fun, Mr. Chris Lemke. The 84 Chevy K30. 308.79, 308.79, taking over third place as we sit right now. Giving us some shade over here. And his film crew out there coordinating their look and matching the truck there, just reversed. Hey, stand on your head and you'll match the truck better. James Carnes coming up next out of Hinckley, Illinois, the 78 Chevrolet called Only Spare Parts. Marty Covert out of Sheridan, Illinois on the 78 Chevy K20 called the Bankrupt Bowtie. That'll be the last two in the class there, and that brings up the 8,000-pound Hot Street Diesel. You guys, Drew Tordai, Spencer Compton, be thinking about her. Since there's only two of those, 6,500-pound light pro stock trucks. You guys be thinking about her. Jeremy Beats, Joey Tordai, Nathan Rogers, and Alex Roach. You guys be ready to roll as well. And Mr. James Carnes comes up, the 78 Chevrolet called Only Spare Parts. Give him a round of applause there. Obviously, we can get him back up again and give him another whirl. He got out before the 100-foot mark, gave her a stop, and he's back and up here, hopefully. Maybe. Looks like he's having some trouble getting her to go in reverse. There we go. Backing her up and give her another whirl. Gunning for 320.49, and Mr. Todd Stewart still holding on to the lead so far. To make that change. Marty Covert will be after him in the 78 Chevy K20 called a bankrupt bow tie. Definitely give him a round of applause. He's obviously fighting something there. We saw sparks shoot out from underneath the truck. Not sure what that was, front end, differential, something or another. But definitely not the hook he was wanting to have tonight. 23.93, the distance he went there, very, very much not the way he wanted that to work. Are we going to need a pull-off vehicle there? He's got her fired again. We'll see if he can get her to move. Yeah, definitely not a happy transmission underneath that truck right now. That'll bring up Mr. Marty Covert out of Sheridan, Illinois, the 78 K20. Called bankrupt bow tie. Where's his cheering crew at? Mr. Marty Covert out of Sheridan, Illinois, the 78 Chevy K20 called bankrupt bow tie. Shooting for the mark to beat, put down by Todd Stewart, still holding on to first. 320.49. Very nice hook there for Mr. Marty Covert. And a new leader in the class, 325.52 for the win, Mr. Marty Covert. First place went to Mr. Marty Covert out of Sheridan, Illinois with bankrupt bow tie. 325.52. Second place was Todd Stewart out of Yorkville with Old School, 320.48. Ryan Olson out of Earlville, the 68 Ford F100 called 68 Ford F100 was the third place at 314.23. Fourth place went to Chris Lemke in the 84 Chevy K30 called Growing Baroque, but having fun. Matt Roach out of DeKalb, Illinois, the 06 Ford, the D-Town Hooker, is in fifth place with 301.25. James Carnes, unfortunately, fighting some gremlins tonight with the only spare parts. He's going to need some more spare parts, I think, on that truck. Went 23.93. That will do it. And bring up the 8,000-pound hot street diesel trucks. And Drew Tordai out of Earlville, the 07 Chevy 3500 called Ultimate Threat. And Spencer Compton out of Maple Park, Illinois, the 02 Chevy called After Hours. Because there are only two in this class, the light pro stock trucks, Jeremy Beats, Joey Tordai, and Nathan Rogers, Alex Roach, AJ Jess, and Jason Worley, followed by Josh Beats. Be thinking about her, boys. Drew Tordai will be the first one out here out of Earlville, Illinois, 07 Chevrolet 3500 called Ultimate Threat. Diesel power. Want to thank our sponsors here tonight for the ISP, Worley Custom Fab being the flagship sponsor. Platinum sponsor being Legacy Ag. Swag for sale. See Lexi in the trailer at the start line up there. She's got shirts, hats, stickers, and can koozies for sale over there. Mr. Drew Tordai. .321.65, 321.65. We're going to find out if he's going to take it or turn that down. Is he keeping her or turning her down there? He is keeping her. All right. That'll bring up Mr. Spencer Compton out of Maple Park, Illinois, an 02 Chevrolet called After Hours. And because there is only two in this class, Jeremy Beats, Joey Tordai, and Nathan Rogers, be thinking about her. 6,500-pound light pro stock trucks. You are up next. Want to thank all of our first responders for being out here tonight, and also thank our track crew for prepping the track and keeping her nice and smooth for the trucks to go down. So far tonight, we have seen almost everybody in the track use either close to the center or on that grandstand side of the track. Nobody really has ventured over this way yet. There you go. How about that, All right, Spencer Compton here looking for the mark to beat, put down by Drew toward I, 321.65. There are only two of them in the class, so I guarantee they're going to go 1 and 2, one way or the other. He got out of her before the 100-foot mark. We'll back her up and try her again. Obviously something not quite right there on the after hours. Bit better the second time around there. Very nice hook. .67. 312.67. Going 1 and 2. Drew toward I. Out of Earlville, Illinois, in the first place in that class, the 07 Chevy 3500 called Ultimate Threat. Followed by Spencer Compton out of Macon Park, Illinois. The 02 Chevrolet called After Hours. 312.67. That is going to bring up the 6,500-pound light pro trucks. Jeremy Beats, Joey Tordai, and Nathan Rogers. Be ready for him. We're going to do a little shaking up there, probably on the sled. Maybe not. You never know. Jeremy Beats out of Mendota, Illinois. The first one up, 017 Chevrolet 2500 HD called Little Dirty. Joey Tordai out of Earlville, Illinois. The 07 Chevrolet called Checkmate. Nathan Rogers out of Paw Paw, Illinois. The 67 C10 called Comin' Unglued. Then Alex Roach out of Malta, Illinois, the 2020 Ford F350 called Roach Coach. That'll be your top 4 in the class there. As we get ready to go here on the 6,500-pound light pro stock trucks. And we've gotten the temperature down to just about the best you could hope for on a night like tonight. in the middle of July. I want to remind everybody there is ISP swag for sale over at the trailer there at the starting line. You cannot miss it. Go see Lexi. Grab you some shirts, hats, stickers, and can koozies. While we get Little Dirty hooked up there, I want to thank our flagship sponsor, Whirly Custom Fab, if I could talk. Platinum sponsors, Legacy Ag, and then our further sponsors, Tord Eye Diesel Service. Diesel Performance. And in this class, we've got two sponsors, Big Hitch Products and Tord Eye Diesel Service. Thank you to all of our sponsors. All right, we are underway here. The 6,500-pound light pro stock trucks. And Jeremy beats out of Mendota, the 17 Chevrolet called Little Dirty. Very good hook there for Mr. Jeremy Beats to start out this 6,500-pound light pro stock. 317.99. 317.99. We will wait to see if he is going to keep that or turn her down. 317.99. Looking for a thumbs up or thumbs down here. Hardest decision of the night. Do I give it a shot and see if the truck will cool off and come back, or I just let her eat and go? He is turning that down. We are going to see him again. Let him bring up Mr. Joey Tord Eye out of Earlville, Illinois, the 07 Chevrolet called Checkmate, to be the official first hook in the class. He'll be followed by Nathan Rogers and Coming Unglued, and Alex Roach and the Roach Coach on the double deck. Want to also thank our track crew out there for prepping the track, and our flag guys and our hookers. Makes it a little bit easier to have them out there hooking and unhooking the sled. We thank you guys. Want to thank the first responders for being out here. You guys get some pretty good seats to watch this down there, eh? It's pretty dusty though. Yeah. Mr. Joey Tordai out of Oralville, Illinois, the 07 Chevrolet called Checkmate. Here he comes, getting pulled up to the sled here. Sponsors Legacy Ag, further sponsors Tordai Diesel Service, Nutrient Ag, Calibrated Power Solutions Ag Tuning, Stop Fire, Leonis Polaris, Shims Buick GMC, Arison Oil and Propane, Dan's Diesel Performance, and our class sponsor Big Hitch Products and Tordai Diesel Services. Thank you very much. This will be the official first spot in the class to beat here. 3:08.63. 3:08.63. The mark to beat in the class here. To bring up Nathan Rogers out of Paw Paw, Illinois, 67 C10 called Coming Unglued. Be followed by Alex Roach out of Malta, Illinois, the 2020 Ford F350 called the Roach Coach. AJ Jess out of Earlville, Illinois, the 01 Chevrolet called Makes Sense. Jason Worley out of Sandwich, Illinois, the 76 GMC called Legally Altered. And Josh Beats out of Mendota, Illinois, in the 96 Chevy called the Dirty Deer. Coming Unglued, gonna be shooting for 3:08.63, just put down by Joey Tordai there. If you are down at the end of the track in your pickup, we cannot have you down there. If you are done pulling, please pull further away in case the truck would come unhooked. We do not want you getting hit. As soon as you get down with your hook, please pull further away from the end of the track. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. we lost something going on down there. He's going to get her refired. Now that we've got that truck moved, we got the green light, green flag. We'll get the truck refired and away we go. There we go. Fired her up again. Shooting for 3:08.63. All right, he got out of it before the 100-foot mark. And back him up and try it again here. Something not quite right. He's going to give her another whirl. All right, that sounds a little better. Let's see what he can do here. Nice hook there for coming unglued. Mr. Nathan Rogers. Well, that is about as close as any two people can be. 3:08.91. Just a hair into the lead there. Mr. Tordai went 3:08.63. Mr. Rogers goes 3:08.91. Alex Roach in the Roach Coach 2020 Ford F-350 up next, followed by AJ Jess and Make Sense, the 01 Chevrolet. Jason Orley in the 76 GMC 2500 called Legally Altered. And Josh Beats out of Mendota, Illinois, the 96 Chevrolet called the Dirty Deer. We've got about 5 trucks left in this class of 6,000-pound light super stock tractors. Craig Harnish, Jeremy Nelson, and Keith Durst, Mark Kelsey, Craig Harnish, Steve Devine, and Roy Book. Be thinking about her. Right now, the Roach Coach comes hooked up here to the sled, the 2020 Ford F-350, driven by Mr. Alex Roach out of Malta, Illinois. AJ Jess, you are on deck. Jason Worley on the double deck. Coach there, Mr. Alex Roach. 297 even, 297 even. Good for third place as we sit right now. That will bring up Mr. AJ Jess. And makes sense. This sport will take a lot of your dollars that makes sense out of it. I'll tell you that right now. Makes sense. 01 Chevrolet, AJ Jess out of Earlville, Illinois, coming up here. Shooting for 308.91, put down there by Nathan Rogers. The mark to be in the class. After Mr. Jess, we'll have Jason Worley, Josh Beats will be the next two after Mr. Jess there. Jeremy Beats coming back at the beginning of the class, drop back to the bottom to try her again. And 308.91 still the mark to be in the class. Nathan Rogers holding on to her so far. Well, we got 4 trucks left, so 4 truck warning for you light super stock tractors, 6,000 pound light super stock tractors. Craig Harness, Jeremy Nelson, Keith Durst, and Mark Kelsey. Be ready for her. Green light, green flag, let's go to war. buckets there, Mr. AJS. Makes sense. That definitely makes sense there. 3:23.68. No doubt about a lead change there. 3:23.68. And we'll have Mr. Jason Worley up next out of Sandwich, Illinois, and our flagship sponsor here, Worley Custom Fab, coming up here, 1976 GMC 2500, called Legally Altered.
It's the second pass I made all summer without breaking.
Following him will be Josh Beats out of Mendota, Illinois, 96 Chevrolet called the Dirty Deer. Jeremy Beats, also out of Mendota, Illinois, and 17 Chevy 2500 HD called Little Dirty. Coming back at the bottom to try her again. Mr. Jason Worley going to see if he's got an answer for that one.
He got out of it. Like, look at the video run. Yeah, I didn't watch the video for loading up. Yeah, I could tell from listening. You tell which was a good pass, which one was spinning on top.
Once again, you guys in the 6,000-pound light super stock tractors, be thinking about her. Craig Price, Jeremy Nelson, Keith Durst, and Mark Kelsey. Top four in that class.
Sour Patch Kid.
Jason Worley.
All right, don't.
Shooting for 23.68. so far. Put down by A.J. Guest. Jason Worley sitting snugly in second place. But the two Beats boys getting ready to come up here and see if they can't shake that up a little bit. And the Dirty Deer called by Little Dirty. With the Dirty Deer here, Josh Beats out in Dodale by the 96 Chevrolet. Josh Beats in the Dirty Deer. Good for third place as we sit so far, but that was Mr. Jeremy Beats. Coming back, the Little Dirty. 17 Chevy 2500. And change still the mark to beat in the class here.
Not for me, but looks like it's coming around now.
Hey, come back here.
It was dry.
Hey, come here, my dad. Right here.
Stay back here.
Yeah, no, I'm not throwing rocks at you. The end of the class. I was just early enough to come around.
All right, Little Dirty getting back up here, the last one in this class, and we're going on to tractors. And the 6,000 pound light super stock tractors here. Ray Harris, Jeremy Nelson, Keith Durst, Mark Kelsey, Ray Harris, Steve Devine, Roy Wood. Fourth place in the class. Your standings in Class 8AS out of Earl, Illinois. 01 Chevy called Nick Smith, 323.68. Followed by Jason Early out of Sandwich, Illinois, 76.500. Moving along to 320.08. Third place with the Josh Beats, the 96 Chevrolet called Dirty Deer, 317.49. Fourth place went to Jeremy Beats in the 17 Chevy 2500 called Little Dirty, 309.79. Fifth place went to Nathan Rogers, the 67 C10 called Coming Unglued with 308.91. That will do it. And we go Super Stock Tractors. Craig Harnish out of Caledonia, Illinois. Jeremy Nelson out of Byron, Illinois. Keith Durst out of Richmond Center, Wisconsin. Mark Kelsey out of Davis, Illinois. The top four in the class here. Again, thank our sponsors, flagship sponsor, Lily Custom Fab, platinum sponsor, Legacy Ag, further sponsors, Tordai Diesel Service, Nutrient Ag, Calibrated Power Solutions Ag Tuning, Stockfire, Leonis Polaris, Buick Music, Harrison Oil Propane, and Dan's Diesel Performance. We have no class sponsor for this class, so if you would like to hear me say your name a whole bunch of times, probably badly, you can come find somebody who's got an ISP shirt on and hand them some money. It may or may not go to the right place. We don't know. No, just tell me you want to sponsor the class. We'll get you set up and you can hear me say your name a whole bunch of times.
It's a big operation. You got a bunch of Mexican's reformed. Yeah. I figured, well, once I was going over, I knew what I thought. Like, well, what's better off than just going over?
That'll be the first three pullers in this class. Very good hook there for Mr. Craig Harnett. We will see if he's going to take that or turn it down. 94.862, 94.86. We are going to see what he is going to do with that. All right, no more turning down. Apparently, I'm getting the word here. That will be the mark to beat in the class, 294.86. And the official mark to beat. All right, that'll bring up Jeremy Nelson here on the Thunderstruck out of Byron, Illinois. He's 7.210. Here's one of these cheers where we got. Here for the Thunderstruck team. So you heard me say that we are one and done. That means that we are not going to allow people to turn the pull down anymore to get this thing moving along. What you get is what you get. As the Thunderstruck goes for 294.86, the mark to beat in the class right now. Keith Durst, be ready for it. Mark Kelsey, you are on the double deck. Followed by Craig Harness, Steve Devine, and Roy Book. hook there put down by Mr. Nelson in Byron, Illinois. And the Thunderstruck team. Keith Durst coming up next out of Richland Center, Wisconsin. The 74 Alice Chalmers 200 ton Road Mule. Mark Kelsey out of Davis, Illinois on deck with the IH-12 at 56 ton just after. And Kurt Harris coming back out of Caledonia, Illinois with Case IH-MX 155 called Will Short. The distance will be here. Mr. Durst here with Mark Kelsey out of Davis, Illinois, followed by Craig Harnish again, Steve Devine and Roy Book. This is the 5-tractor warning. 5-tractor warning, 10,500 pounds, 2 hot to farm. Peyton Rose, Ed Gunter, Tom Foltz, and John Whitten. Hey, think about it. This is your 5-tractor warning. flagship sponsor here, Worldly Custom Fab, platinum sponsor, Legacy Ag. Further sponsors, Tornide Eagle Service, Nutrient, Calibrate Power Solutions Ag Tuning, Scott Fire, Leonis Polaris, Shooting the Deal, the DMC, Arson Oil, Propane, also, I do believe the Lexus still got some t-shirts, koozies, stickers, hats, you name it down there for sale. First parts on the track in the big trailer, those who earn buy some swag for the ISP. 10,500-pound Knox farm tractors. 10,500 pounds to Knox farm. You guys can think about it. For base road, head dumpers, concrete. Just after 309.42, the new mark for beating the class here just put down by the Little Mule. There from Mr. Mark Kelsey. Holy buckets.
323.
Greg Harness coming up here now in Caledonia, Illinois. Case IHMX 155 called a little short. That is going to be a tough mark to beat, though. Mr. Mark Kelsey, 323.08. Check out that pull-off vehicle. We got a full-size Jeep out there.
Yeah, hear the brake?
Yeah, you were on the right one pretty hard.
Congratulations. That looked good. That was good. Fun.
Yeah, about 100 foot, all you saw was a flash. I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
what is that?
He was on the right brake.
I guess my worry about that is just too much of it. You catch some fumes coming out of the blow by.
True. That happened to me. That happened to me at
Flash and they went away. And
Pontiac.
No, this is a beautiful track.
I just hope we can go.
I just zip clean the whole way in front and going back. That's when it's kind of suspension stuff.
He didn't want to stay running. On his bike.
And Steve Devine out of Oregon, Illinois, in the white 120 and the silver express. Roy William Morrison was on the Case 2090. Case 2090.
You didn't, but once the tires spun, they come like that. I guarantee it's 56.
But the way you fucking carried the front end, the way I was stepping, the fucking front right brakes and everything, and I'm like, good. You're right.
They just heard that was
tried 2 different sets.
That's a small cube, little single charge plate limited. You're going up against the Grandmaster plates.
Still looking for that really, really tough mark of 323.09 there to beat.
I didn't even. I did see you had the wheel turn a little bit, but it just kind of went straight.
All right, as we get fired up here. 323.08, still the mark to beat in the class. Trey Varnish, still short, Caledonia, Illinois. Steve Devine coming up next. Oregon, Illinois. White 120 called the Silver Express. 10,500 pound, 10,500 pound. This is your 2 tractor warning. Let's be lining up. We're looking for Peyton Rose, Ed Gunther, Tom Holtz, Jason Whitten, Daniel Cook, Alex Cook, Pete Knoxville, Owen Outhouse, Ian Radke, and Joe Cook, and then Ryan McClure in that class.
It's me taking a shortcut.
Steve Devine, Oregon, Illinois, White 120 called Silver Express. He'll be followed by Roy Book out of Morrison, Illinois, the Case 29 recall. Case 29. Peyton Rose will be up in the 10,500 pound two farms, tractors, and the 5-mile hooker. Followed by Ed Gunther from Longview, Illinois, the 72 hours from the Susan Hall, Alex Munchen, and Tom Holtz out of Logan, Illinois. And the Gypsy Road, 1066-73 IH.
You have to tell me what
Clark wants me to so bad. He's already texted me. You coming over or not? He's like, just leave your rig at my place and drive your Jeep home. And I'm like, I got those guys coming with that 4-1 tomorrow night. They're flying in on his jet. And I got change injectors in it tomorrow. And I'm like, and I'm working. And right, you know where Kevin Higgleton lives? I'm 4 miles from his place. Tennessee, Kentucky.
We will see if he's got an answer for Mr. Kelsey. Then we're on 2 hots of farm tractors, 10,200 boys. Peyton Rose, Ed Gunter, Tom Foltz, John Whitten.
I got him.
In that order. Start not the clock.
Make a good show with us. Yeah, it's just a 5.
Yeah, it's not like he's got
No. Right. He's probably 359.
Yeah.
Why aren't you 37?
Well, I
Couldn't get rings or something? Couldn't get rings the right
No, I
size?
didn't get rings. My guy just ordered me this.
Rolling down to just past the 250-foot mark there.
I think so.
I apologize, just shy of the 250 and 249.86.
Yeah. Yeah, they really ran nice.
249.86.
Run all year.
It sounded
And
good.
the results of that class, no surprise there, Mr. Mark Kelsey out of Davis, Illinois. Just had dirt, 323.08, followed by Craig Harnish out of Caledonia, Illinois. Lions in this 155 on Will Short, 313.70. Two first elevation center, Wisconsin in the 74 Alice Chalmers 200. Called the Little Bull, 309.42. Thunderstruck with Jeremy Nelson out of Byron, Illinois. The T7.210. 303.22. Craig Harnish out of Caledonia, Illinois. The IO6626 called inches matter. Went to 94.86 for 5th place. I'll bring up Mr. Peyton Rose out of Kewanee, Illinois. John Deere 4430 called a 5-pound hooker. And Ed Gunter out of Walnut, Illinois. 72 Alice Chalmers 210 called Alice Unchained. While we get set for this last class here, I want to thank everybody for coming out here tonight. I want to thank our sponsors once again. Our flagship sponsor, Lily Custom Fab. Platinum sponsor, Legacy Ag Service, Ford Diesel Service, Nutrient Ag, Calibrated Power Solutions Ag Tuning, Stockfire, Leonis Polaris, Schillens Buick GMC, Harrison Oil and Propane, and Dan's Diesel Performance. And we do have a sponsor for this next class, Gunther Heritage Diesel. Here's our sponsor for the 2 hots of farm class here. All right, Peyton Rose here out of Kewanee, Illinois. The John Deere 4430 called 5 bottom hooker will be the first puller out in the class. Once again, we're running one and done. So whatever he puts down here will be the mark to beat in the class. We've got green light. We've got green flag. Pass out the ammunition. Let's go to war. A bad hook to start out the class here. Mr. Peyton Rose out of Kewanee, Illinois. As he goes 302.88. And that will be the mark to beat as Mr. Ed Gunther out of Walnut, Illinois. The 1972 Alice Chalmers 210 called Alice Unchained. Gets ready to roll. So 302.88, the mark to beat in the class. Down there where the orange flag is, just past the 300-foot mark. Ed Gunther out of Walnut, Illinois, coming up. He is also the sponsor of the class of Gunther's Heritage Diesel. And the Alice Unchained 72 Alice Chalmers 210. Beautiful looking Alice Chalmers. He'll be followed by Tom Foltz out of Malden, Illinois. The 73 IH 1066 called Gypsy Road. John Witten out of Manteno, Illinois, will be up after him in an IH 1466 called IH 1466. He will be followed by Daniel Cook out of Princeton, Illinois, in an IH 1066 called the Sexy 66. And Alec Cook out of Princeton, Illinois, in the IH 966 called Should Have Been a Diamond. All right, Mr. Ed Gunther looking for 302.88. And the Alice Unchained, as he gets set up to the sled here. You have to lead with the chain tight. You can't roll out with the slack in the chain. It's got to be tight on you. Once again, everybody in the class so far has taken that near to the grandstand side of the track there on the south side. Comes up a little bit shy in there, it looks like. But a very good hook. Give him a round of applause for the Alice Chalmers. Yep, 286.55, 286.55. And second place in the class as we sit so far, Tom Foltz, John Witten, Daniel Cook, you guys are up next. Tom Foltz driving the Gypsy Road. John Witten driving the IH 1466 call. IH 1466. All right, Tom Foltz out of Malden, Illinois, the 1973 IH 1066 called the Gypsy Road is up. Gunning for 302.88, put down by Peyton Rose, the first one out in the class. He'll be followed by John Witten out of Manteno, Illinois. 66 called IH 1466.
Go Tom! Yeah. Attaboy. I'm cheering for like 5 different people. That's okay. That's like, hey, we spread our love around. Yes. Only to the retractors. I can't wait to sit in my car and watch them. Yep,
really good run of steam going down the track. Snuffed her out a little bit there at the end. Team 97.40, good for second place as we sit so far. 297.40. That'll bring up Mr. John Witten out of Manteno, Illinois. The IH 1466 called IH 1466. And then Daniel Cook out of Princeton, Illinois, the IH 1066 called Sexy 66. And Alec Cook out of Princeton, Illinois, the IH 966 called Should Have Been a Diamond is on the double deck. Stephanie and I up here in the Crow's Nest are starting a new business. If you can't come up with a name for your tractor, come to us with about 25 bucks. We will come up with one for you. All we need is some details, and we'll make you up a name. As Mr. John Witten out of Manteno, Illinois comes up, the IH 1466 called IH 1466. Gunning for 302.88, Mr. Peyton Rose still holding on to the lead there. The first guy out is sitting in first place.
Why is it so blurry?
Why is my thing so?
I don't know, mine is too.
Like for a second, the lights go every other way.
Right,
All right, John Witten out of Mancino, Illinois. The IH 1466 called IH 1466. He's coming up here next, gunning for 302.88. He will be followed by Daniel Cook in the IH 1066 called Sexy 66. Alec Cook, also out of Princeton, Illinois. The IH 966 called Should Have Been a Diamond. Keith Knapsinger out of Albany, Illinois. The 1970 IH called the International Outlaw will be after him.
It never used to be like this though. My camera quality used to be so good. What happened? Whatever.
Okay, so after this, I say good job, John.
Yeah. My class.
Oop, we got a little bouncy down here at the bottom. He shut her down a little early, saving the equipment.
Nice try. Good job, John.
263.62. Give him a round of applause. Like I said, got a little bouncy. Never like to have that happen. Did exactly the right thing. Got out of her. Keep the equipment from breaking. How to bring up Daniel Cook out of Princeton, Illinois. The IH 1066 called Sexy 66. Alec Cook out of Princeton, Illinois. The IH 966 called Should Have Been a Diamond. On the double deck, Keith Knapsinger out of Albany, Illinois. 1970 IH called the International Outlaw.
You gotta be loud. Hey, you gotta be loud for Daniel. Okay?
Let's go,
Car
Daniel.
versus pole. Car versus pole. Oh, probably. But I don't know, actually. Sorry.
So this is
Daniel. We're gonna be. This is Daniel.
You cannot say Dan. It's not like Dan.
I feel like
No, we're gonna.
the lights aren't,
Okay.
they're good, but they're just not right.
Dan, Dan.
Or her boyfriend's father. Sorry, I should
So
say.
now let's do
It's like they're, all the light is pointed right here. It's not pointed on the track.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
Following Daniel Cook here will be Alec Cook out of Princeton, Illinois as well on the Should Have Been a Diamond. Keith Knapsinger on International Outlaw. Owen Althouse in the John Deere 4320 called the Bow Tie Special. Ian Radicke out of Washington, Illinois, and the over-engineered.
Not too bad.
That's a fire department. Oh, the car.
Right.
How many more are after this? Okay, so let's go
once again thank our flagship sponsor, Worley Custom Fab. Sponsored on our platinum side, Legacy Ag. Other sponsors, Tort-I Diesel Service, Nutrient Ag, Calibrated Power Solutions Ag Tuning, Stop Fire, Leonis Polaris, Shims Buick GMC, Harrison Oil and Propane, Dan's Diesel Performance, and special sponsor of this class, Gunther Heritage Diesel. You still got a little bit of a chance here to go get some ISP swag. Lexi and the trailers got shirts, hats, stickers, and can koozies. Snuffer out down there at the end with a sexy 66. 282.51, 282.51, good for fourth place as we sit right now. Peyton Rose still holding on to 302.88, first place in the class so far. Glad to bring up Alec Cook out of Princeton, Illinois. The IH 966 called should have been a diamond.
Levi's in there.
He's been texting me.
Has he? Can't you see him? He's been telling us that he hears us.
He does.
He says we're being too loud.
Well, that sucks.
I told him it sucks to be him.
Also wants to once again thank our sponsors for the night here. Jim Smith Memorial sponsors here, Diamond Ag, Motzi's Cardinal Inn, Motzi's in Watauga, The Corral, Mid-Century Fiber Optic, Porter May Insurance, Jason Moats, and Parallel Ag and Heritage Ag for both providing the tractors we're using for the track prep. Thank you very much.
Levi, stop texting me.
Yeah, we're trying to do business.
Oh my God, see, why is my camera clear now?
Mine ain't. Oh, it says more light required.
Still got a few tractors left to go in the class here. There should have been a diamond coming up next, followed by Keith Knapsinger and the beautiful International Outlaw tractor. Owen Althouse out of Sublette, Illinois, the John Deere 4320 called Bow Tie Special. Ian Radicke out of Washington, Illinois, the IH 1066 called Over Engineered. Joel Cook out of Glad, Illinois, the IH 1206 called Patience. And Ryan McClure out of Kirkwood, Illinois, the IH 3088 called All Stirred Up. Those will be your runners in the class. We've got an exhibition at the end. Jason Hasbrook out of Sheffield, the IH 5488 called IH 5488. Quite the cheering crew down there, but they're all videotaping from the same place. He's going to get like 7 videos of the exact same angle. You guys got to spread out along the track a little bit, different angles. Want to thank the Lowry Sled Rental and the Bad Boy Mower Sled for being here tonight. Definitely couldn't put this on without them. I guess we could get a whole bunch of guys and a rope to hold on to, but it wouldn't quite be the same.
My bad. I just had to.
Yeah, a lot.
292.77 there for the should have been a diamond. That'll bring up Keith Nafsinger out of Albany, Illinois, the 1970 IH called the International Outlaw. And an absolutely beautiful tractor this one is. Owen Althouse out of Sublette, Illinois, the John Deere 4320 called Bowtie Special is on deck. And Ian Radke out of Washington, Illinois, the IH 1066 called Over and Engineered is on the middle deck.
Not ours. I think it's Owen. I think it's all that happened after the thing. Is it Owen? Oh, no. Oh. Out in first? No, he's either in second or third. Oh, wait, no. What is he doing? Is he backing it? Like your side. No, he's over there by Daniel on him. I think he's just standing over there. Just standing over there. Joel's still standing over there. If anything, I would rather. Oh, okay. We're smashed into each other. I know what. I think you better rethink.
302.88 still the mark to beat in the class, put down by Peyton Rose, the first one out. And the John Deere 4430 called the 5-bottom hooker out of Kewanee, Illinois. Nice hook there for the International Outlaw. 278.42. 278.42 there for Mr. Nafsinger. That'll bring up Owen Althouse on the bow tie special. He is incognito. He does not tell us where he's from.
Oh, is that green? I think that's Owen. Oh, there's your puppies. Yeah, duck bum. What's up, Alan? What happened? What place is he in?
I'm in fourth right now.
All right, bow tie special coming up here and looking for 302 and change. 303 would do her.
I tried.
Followed by Ian Radke out of Washington, Illinois. IH 1066 called Over Engineered. And Joel Cook out of Ladd, Illinois. The IH 1206 called Patience. Ryan McClure out of Kirkwood, Illinois. The IH 3088 called All Stirred Up. We will at the end of this class have a exhibition hook.
Owen's running.
I know.
Owen's running this.
Mr. Jason Hasbrook out of Sheffield, Illinois. The IH 5488 called IH 5488.
I'm gonna come back Friday morning.
Here?
Yeah. Well, not here.
Oh shit.
We live an hour and a half. That way. We're going to McDonald's. Yeah. Oh wait, you already. Wait, are we going in? What? No.
What time is it?
I have to call you.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is fine. What?
there for Owen as he powers her out down there at the end. 297.03, good for third in the class as we sit so far. 297.03. That'll bring up over-engineered the 1066 IH out of Washington, Illinois, Mr. Ian Radke. Getting ready to hook. Very good running tractor. Points winner from last year here, Mr. Radke. All right, Ian Radke in the over-engineered coming up next. After him, Joel Cook out of Ladd, Illinois, the IH 1206 called Patience. Ryan McClure, day hook today out of Kirkwood, Illinois, IH 3088 called All Stirred Up.
I will give Ian props.
Then change into my PJs. And then check my phone real fast. And then
I'll give him that. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Do you sleep with the TV on? I do.
You do?
Yeah.
My grandma says it wastes electricity.
It does, but I like to fall asleep watching the show.
You know, I do it when I set a timer.
Yeah. But I use my TV also.
I like to set like a 30-minute timer.
What do you want?
I just like
All right, Ian Radke shooting for that mark put down. Still being held in first place by Mr. Peyton Rose, 302.88. But if anybody can do it, the over-engineered is definitely one who can.
My brother
will watch anything. I don't really watch anything specific.
I have to have like
And a new leader in the class, 304.72 for Mr. Radke. Just easing by Mr. Rose by about 2 foot there. Gotta bring up patience. Gotta have patience there. Joel Cook out of Ladd, Illinois. The IH 1206, followed by Ryan McClure out of Kirkwood, Illinois. IH 3088 called All Stirred Up. And I want to announce once again our flagship sponsor for the night, Worley Custom Fab. Platinum sponsors, Legacy Ag. Further sponsors, Tort Diesel Service, Nutrient Ag, Calibrated Power Solutions Ag Tuning, Stockfire, Leonis Polaris, Shimmons Buick GMC, Harrison Oil and Propane, and Dan's Diesel Performance. Joel Cook coming up here looking for the mark just put down by the over-engineered there, driven by Current mark to beat in the class. Joel Cook comes out of Loud, Illinois. The IH 1206 called Patience. Beautiful White Stripe International. 304.72, the mark to beat in the class. Following Mr. Cook will be Ryan McClure out of Kirkwood, Illinois, coming out to pull with us today in a day hook. The IH 3088 called all stirred up. Green light, green flag. Let's see what he can do. 304.72. The mark to beat in the class. Something went wrong with the tractor right there at the end as he pulls hard right. 301.47, good for third in the class as we sit so far. But something went wrong there at the end as you see that tractor just jerk right. Swollen away just fine, so not sure what happened there, but you saw that tractor just lurch to the right there. Ryan McClure out of Kirkwood, Illinois, the IH 3088 called all stirred up, and will be the final hook in the class, but we do have an exhibition. Jason Hasbrook out of Sheffield. All right, Ryan McClure, the last official hook in the class here. The all stirred up IH 3088 looking for that mark put down by the over-engineered 304.72. All right, we've got green lights, we've got green flags. Let's go out there and show them something. 304.72, the mark to beat in the class. And Ian Radicke hold on strong to that one. Well, give him a round of applause. Something obviously wasn't working quite in his favor tonight. A very nice hook for Mr. McClure, 244.54. First place in the class, Ian Radicke out of Washington, Illinois, the over-engineered IH-1066. 304.72. Peyton Rose taking second place, Kewanee, Illinois. John Deere 4430 called the 5, bottom hooker with 302.88. Joel Cook out of Ladd, Illinois, the IH-1206 was called Patience. 301.47 was third place. Fourth place went to Tom Foltz out of Malden, Illinois. The 1973 IH-1066 called the Gypsy Road with 297.40 with fourth place. Fifth place, Owen Althouse out of Sublette, Illinois. The John Deere 4320 called the Bow Tie Special to 97.03. Next up, an exhibition hook. Jason Hasbrook out of Sheffield, Illinois. The 5488. This will not count for anything but fun. Guess we're waiting for the exhibition. I don't know if he's going to go or not. Looks like he's in the tractor down there, but I don't see it hooked to the sled yet. I hear him fired up down there. Exhibition hook. We're throwing a weight on the sled. Make it a little trickier for him here. We're making bets out here as far how far this tractor goes. If you've ever seen it pull before, it has definitely got some power and it'll get some speed a rolling. I got to see it pull at Lower, Illinois a couple years ago, or last year, I can't remember which, but it is definitely a runner. Yeah, the sled did not stop him. He stopped himself down there. Hey, it's a pretty sled, but you can't take it home with you. Mr. Jason Asbrook, that is a wild, wild ride. All right, we want to thank everybody for coming out tonight on behalf of the ISP and the Knox County Fair. We appreciate you all for coming. Have a good night. Come see us next year.
travel, sir. Have a good night.